Here we're space engineers, and today I'm stuck between the tanks. Oh, alright. So, let's talk plants. It's a little dark out here, but that's okay. You know, you can see the sun somewhere over the horizon there. It'll be with us soon. Oh, so let's get that out of the way. So what I'm thinking here is we were talking last time on propulsion. So what I'm thinking is that we're going to do large hydrogen thrusters at the back of both of what are currently nacelles. We're going to cut this free so that we have conveyors from the reactor over to the nacelle, and that will allow us to pass material through for processing as well as for fuel and power. Now, what we're also going to do is I'm actually going to make this a hybrid system for propulsion. We're going to go ahead and do ion thrusters on the ship. I'm thinking we're going to end up with 3 large ions. We might do more, but I'm going to have an ion thruster sitting here in the middle, in betwixt the outrigger system and primary hull, and we're going to do the same on the other side. And then I'm thinking we're going to have one to make 3 large ion thrusters right here. So we'll have the one in the middle, slightly further forward than the one on either outside, because we want all of that to be piped in. And then I may run, we're not really going to have room for that, so maybe we'll do piping up and over. That might be interesting. Because if we do a pipe system there, let's see, can we go... Alright, let's go. We're going to do industrial thrusters, and then I want... Do we want the warfare, or do we want the sci-fi? See, here's the question. So let's see which one we like the look of better, and turn that on so I don't run out of hydrogen. Right, so those are going to be vertical mounted, obviously. So I'm kind of liking that. Those are not bad. I think I like the sci-fi one for this particular ship a little bit better. So we're going to end up with the thruster there, and we're going to end up with another one of these on this side. So we end up like that. And then eventually we will end up with one here in the middle as well. And I'm thinking this one might end up one lot higher. I haven't decided. We may end up without it being there at all. Obviously we can't put that in there, but we can put this one here, and then we're going to do another large thruster on the front. Now, I did actually think about doing small thrusters. Do 3 small thrusters stacked there, but I think it's just easier for balance purposes to go ahead and get these guys in. And then what we will do is, as we work our way through the ship design, we will actually put in some maneuvering thrusters as well. So like on top of here, we'll probably have one here, one small thruster here, one on the bottom, and then one on the side on this one, and repeat on the other side. And maybe do that, and maybe do the same on these positions back here. I'm not quite sure exactly how we're going to do this yet, but we will do it. We'll figure it out. I mean, I may even have to put in a thruster manifold of some kind where we actually have distributed thruster ports, which might not be a bad idea, actually. Alright, so that gets us our primary propulsion mostly figured out. Now, if we take that out, we no longer split the grid, which is good. But we will split the grid if we take that one, which is bad. Can I get away with, if we go take you out, let's grab our conveyor. I don't need any more of the industrial large thrusters. So I'm thinking, do we want to do these? 'Cause I mean, we could easily have that be framework, or I could run those as pipes. Because if I do this with these being pipes, let's go. The problem is that we end up losing the mounting points on either side. But those do end up looking a little bit more stylish. But we have, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. How with it? Why not? Alright, so now if we take that out, that is no longer going to separate the grid, because what's happening is this thruster is actually stuck to this hydrogen tank now, where before it was actually on that block that we removed. So since it's over here, we no longer have to worry about dropping the entire ship. Alright, so if we then go ahead and get rid of this block and that block. And so what I'm thinking is have another pipe system that runs out from here and into this grid somewhere. I mean, we could even maybe do a T section on there and have it run down and around. But I actually like the idea of having that run through, and we could also run that off the top just to give us a little bit of redundancy. So we would end up, let's get rid of that so I don't accidentally destroy it. We could have this run up and over this way or something, maybe into a T section feeding off of here, and then that comes over. Ooh, I'm kind of liking that idea, because then we end up with piping running multiple places into the ship itself. Ooh, that could be good, actually, because then we have into a T section, then have it come out to maybe another T so that it feeds off that way and feeds forward, and then that we run the pipe in here, and we do the basically mirror that on the bottom. So that is, so what we're talking about here is, let's get, we've got to the T. So we would have something like that. Something like that. Feeding up to, yes, there. And how about we do a flange there to a conveyor pipe there. And since we have two tanks here, we can go there to conveyor pipe. Come on, thank you. Do conveyor pipe to a T shape to conveyor pipe. Okay, so that gives us a little bit more redundancy on the lines, and like I said, we'll basically mirror this on the bottom, and then we can have this come into something here. Let's go. I think we'll just do a regular conveyor junction there. And then if we need any piping in here, we can use the reinforced conveyor boxes, which we might do, because I may do, let's see, something like that. And like I said, I am going to try, let's get rid of that for now. I'm going to try and keep this as vanilla as possible. Right now, the only non-vanilla thing on the game, not obviously counting the normal DLC, are these rotary airlocks, which in theory could be replaced by just putting an offset door there. We'll put one vent there and one vent here. Alright, and then for you guys, it would be something like that. We're going to do the same on this side. I'm going to put a conveyor there, which feeds out. Alright. And then for you, you're actually further forward, aren't you? Which means I may need to rethink this, because I basically need that to be back here. But that changes. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because of the fact that we'll have this forward. Alright, so if we take... I think I can get away with deleting this and it shouldn't drop anything except for maybe that. Yes, because those all stick together. Don't forget the modules, upgrade modules, have connection points on their side. Alright, so if we do this, that puts our connection there. We can then get rid of that. Put our hydrogen tank in. Which I don't mind. Oh, okay, we can get away with that. Okay. So that is a mounting point. I don't think that used to be a mounting point. I think that used to not be a place that we could actually attach these things. But the more important thing is that we now have the ability to patch into this whole thing. So we are going to go like so. We're going to do a T-section there. And I want you to be flanged. Conveyor pipe, because I believe the T-section has a flange on it. Yes, it does. Okay. So that goes 1, 2. So that goes there. So we know that all of that is being fed. You'll be a T-section. You'll be a T. Yep, no, you're a corner. Rotate you. And since you are flanged, we don't need flanges. There we go. Oh, you know what? I don't want flange. I want that out. I want that one. We want the pipe end, and we're gonna do on that side. And we're gonna do the same on this side. Yep. Awesome. And that takes care of some of our greebling for us. Alright, so that gets us our connection through. What I may do at this point then is we're going to have a medical bay in here your conveyor junction. So if we do your conveyor junction, we're going to do windows here. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need piping, and we don't need tanks for right this second. 2x1 windows. Or actually, let's use these guys. You are under this one because you have the portholes. So we have viewports, so we could actually do viewport like that, or I'm thinking more likely something like this, maybe. Like that. It's got medical bay, so we can actually fit that in there. And I'm thinking we might have, do we want to run, how do I want to do this? I think having it be piping actually might be better. Because what we can do is we can run let's see, we do that. Kind of like that for the interior spaces, I think. And you are going to be mostly in the middle. So we're going to have one there, and then we do downward there, come back for the T. Should always come back for the T. Alright, there. That gets this piped in. And then for this section, we can use, basically there's a corner block for these, which we'll have here, and then we'll have the upper portion, the 2x1 ramp uppers in here, across this entire back area. And then for this one, I think what we'll end up with, we'll have to figure that out. I might end up doing just pretty much a vertical wall here, where we say something like this. And then above this one, maybe we do something like that. Let's get rid of that for right now. We're going to bring this in. And what I was talking about for here is something like that. And we'll do the same on those sides. Move you out for a second. We're going to grab this one. Alright, and we need this to go. Where is that going? Okay, so it needs to go there. So that will go there. Come over on this side. We're going to do the same thing. And then basically anything above this, like at this level and higher, becomes the outer envelope, or the outer shell, the outer hull area, I guess you could say, for our atmospheric envelope. Okay. I'm honestly kind of tempted to try and move this forward a little bit. Because if I move that forward too... no, because then the spawn point's blocked by the stairs. Okay. Alright. Okay, so while we're waiting for sunlight to come up, let's go ahead. Do I have anything in there? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and... go ahead and add... There we go. These guys to it. There we go. See if we have the parts for that. I know I could have gotten the parts down there. Check something really quick before I lose out of hydrogen. Alright, so tank. Drop that in. Do a quick weld up. Ow. Just to get some of the wireframe out of here so everybody's not going blind from it. Alright, and that should hopefully give you a bit better of an idea what this is going to look like. And now the reason I'm not overly worried about having windows in this section is most of this is actually going to be covered by the exterior hull eventually. All right. So what we're going to do is this is probably going to be kind of open from the front aspect. We'll probably have the shell of the ship extending over this with being able to peek into it, and then from the front of the ship looking aft, we're probably going to leave that open. Thinking that we will eventually have large ion thrusters pointed forward as well, and so we're going to use the negative space in here as a form of greebling. So we'll see how this actually works, but that's the idea at least. All right, so that done, and that done. Obviously we're going to have to get into space so that we can get platinum. I actually have some platinum here, but I don't know that we have enough platinum to get all of these thrusters online. And I'm fairly certain we don't have enough platinum to get all of the thrusters online. We're going to be dealing with quite a bit of stuff that needs to be welded up. So yeah, we'll see how that all goes. All right. So I think that's it for now. What I will do is I think we're going to go ahead, start welding up at least part of the habitation space. Like I said, I kind of want it to make it a little easier for everybody to see what we're talking about. And I think that'll be the easiest way to do it. Do I have any steel plates? I do. I have 50 steel plates, which should be... Oh, that's right. You're heavy armor. I forgot about that. Alright, so we'll grab some material. But yeah, so like I said, I think what we'll do, I'll go ahead and do some weld up. We'll get hopefully a little bit more of this looking solid. And when we come back next time, we will, I don't know if we're going to work on the exterior. I think what we'll do is we'll work on the bridge next. I have some ideas for designs that I want to try. And I think that's what we'll do. All right. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody and getting some stuff done. We'll actually get... I think we'll get this stuff done. So as we move forward, yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your week. Happy Monday, and we will see you back here next time for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Woohoo!